Hello, it's Jenny Jen, the plant friend. Coming to you today with a update video on my Hoya collection as it continues to grow, and I'm able to check off my wish list Hoyas. And so rather than move all the Hoyas to where I'm filming, I'm actually going to walk a little bit and show you guys some of the plants. And then if this is your first time watching my video or seeing my channel, thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I appreciate all of my subscribers who have helped me make it over 100 subscribers. I know it may not be a big number, but I'm so appreciative. So thank you guys. And please, at the end of this video, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Just let's interact with this thing, okay? So let's get started. So we're actually in the plant studio, and I am going to turn the camera. Hold one second. Let's go this way. This is where the Hoya collection is. And so I didn't want to move. I had so many in this little area. I called it, one video I called it Hoya Row. But so this is not a Hoya, so I'll put her up there for now. So the first one that we actually come upon is my Hoya Hindu rope. This girl, they say that it's a slow grower, but I tell you, this thing is growing like crazy in my care. She rests here under this grow light, and I moved her down for the filming and everything, but she's doing beautifully. She's still in soil, and I'm going to leave her that way. I have a couple smaller ones that are in leca, but I'll leave her there. And then actually I'm going to just lift her up back into her spot since we're done talking about her. But behind her there is my Hoya macrophylla, and this girl, she's in a self-watering pot under a grow light. She's doing very well. New leaves. This is a new leaf. This is a new leaf. There's one coming there. There's one there. And so she's doing, hasn't bloomed for me yet, but I'm hopeful. But again, she's doing very well. I remember when I got this guy and she was so small that I combined her with a two cut. It was a cutting of a 2-leaf cutting, and that's these 2 leaves here, and then now all of this has come. So she was somewhere down here, but anyway, she's doing very well, the Hoya macrophylla. And then next to her, this is my Hoya tricolor, and it's really interesting, this little guy here, because all of this is tricolor, and then this is what she's been giving me lately. Green, full green leaves, as if she's reverted. This leaf came out very bright red like this, or pink, I should say, and then it darkened to this color. And but she hasn't bloomed either, but she's doing very well. She is in leca, as you can see. She is in leca, and all of this is new growth, just tremendous new growth. I just can't wait for this girl to bloom. But next to her, so I've had her about, let's see, how long have I had her? Maybe, is it over a year now? It's probably over a year now that I've had her. This is my Hoya Wayadii, and if I'm mispronouncing these names, charge it to my head, not my heart. I don't mean to. But this guy was very small. She's doing very well. She's in leca, rested on a heat mat. Just doing great. I love her. I love the multicolors of the Hoya Wayadii. And next we have, I had taken some down, but this is my Hoya Crinkle 8. And this guy, all of this is new growth. When I got her, very small, but I'm loving her. I love the leaves. I love the dimples. I love the way she's just kind of wonky, but the way she's growing. No particular pattern, just doing her thing. Again, I'm looking for blooms. I had one Hoya to bloom recently to give me a small bloom, and I was excited about that. Okay, and so next we have, I was going to take it over there, but I'll just do it here, our Hoya Australis Lisa. And again, doing really good. She's lost some lower leaves, but she keeps giving me new growth, so not really worried, but she's just kind of going straight up. I have a chopstick there to support her, and she's doing well. She rests here on this heat mat. I've had her since March of this year, and again, very small, but has grown. Now, this next Hoya is new to my collection, and love her, love the pattern. This is my Hoya Calistophyllum, Calistophylla, and she has a new leaf coming, guys. It's very tiny, but there she is. And then I think there's some coming up this runner, but I love the veining on it. Very thick, waxy like leaves. But this girl is just beautiful. I love that. I love the light green with the dark green veining. But she rests here on this heat mat as well. She's very new to my collection. I think I've had her a month. I didn't put the date on it, but I think she's at least maybe a month or two is the longest I've had her. And then just a quick span over. I don't have any Hoyas in this cabinet, but I have a, this is my original Hoya canosa rope plant. And this is all new, but she's doing very well in my Black Lives Matter planter. And so that's it on this side. But I am going to, oh, I'm sorry, that is not it. I have my other Hoya Crimson, oh, I just knocked off a leaf. Hoya Crimson Queen. This guy was so small. Matter of fact, it was just down here, and I had considered sending her back because I felt like they didn't send me what they promised. But anyway, she has grown. She's in leca, in a self-watering pot, doing very well. Look at the beautiful coloration, the sun stress on the leaves. Look at that one. That is so pretty. I hope the camera picks that up. And so that's the Hoya Crimson Queen. And then in the back is my, oh, I'm sorry, Princess. That's the Princess, Hoya Crimson Princess. And then in the back there, it is my Hoya Crimson Queen. And this young lady bloomed for me this year. Look at that. Now, I missed it because, well, I almost missed it, but I did catch that one. And the rest of it had already fallen off. It's down there on the thing. But, yeah, so she's doing good sun stress. She's giving me new growth. And that's the only bloom that I saw, that peduncle that was so exciting, because I hear people talk about that all the time, but I had never experienced it with my Hoya collection. But this is one of my original plants. I know I've had this guy at least a year and a half, because she was one of the first that I got. And so those are the only two Hoyas on this side. And then we're going to go, I have a Hoya, well, I have a, oh, what is it? Ikea greenhouse Mills bowl cabinet that I am dedicating to my Hoyas. And so let's just go there and we'll pick up over there. Okay, so we've made it to in the kitchen. Our Detolf Ikea greenhouse cabinet, and it houses a lot of Hoyas. Most of my Hoyas are here. I want to make this full cabinet Hoya, and I may move those from the back and just everything in here be Hoya. But some of these plants still need humidity, and I don't have a space for them yet, so I'll just move some things out of the way. But let's just, even just glancing at the top, nothing but Hoyas. This is my Hoya Comengiana. It's fairly new to my collection. I got it in September. But giving me some new growth here. There she is. Let me put it up there. And then that's not a Hoya. That's a cutting from some plant. I don't remember which one. But this is my variegated Hoya canosa rope plant. And fairly new to my collection. I've had her a couple months. And then this is my Hoya shepherdi. Might not be pronouncing that correctly. The string bean plant. Doing very well in this humidity. And then here my Hoya Jennifer, very slow growing plant, but I still love her because she's my namesake, and so she's doing well in the humidity, just slow. And then in front of this is my Hoya Ikea. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but there's the name. And so she's doing well. I think she's trying to give me a new leaf here, a growth point there anyway. And so she's fairly new to my collection. Actually, she's not even a month old yet, but I love her. I love, again, thick waxy leaves with the veining down the middle, the light green leaf with the dark veining. I love that. So that's my Hoya. And then as we scroll down in the very back there, we have my Hoya Mathilde. This is all new growth. She is loving life in this cabinet, and she's put out new growth, and she just took very well. She is still in soil because I'm probably going to wait till the spring before I can change her over to Leca or Pond. But again, the Hoya Mathilde, I really wanted that because I love the trailing Hoyas. And then next to her is my Hoya, this one, Hoya Bella. I've tried this is the second time actually that I've tried with this plant, and I've kind of said that this is it. It's like, okay, sorry about that. So, okay, and in front of her in my mom planter, I have my Hoya Chelsea. This girl is kind of struggling a little. I just put her in pond, and I did get a new leaf, so I'm hopeful. But I don't know. She's just with the really light green leaves like that. I don't know if that means it's about to go or what. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm sure this is new. Now, oh wow, I didn't even see that. Is that a part? Yes. Oh, there's my girl. So she's giving me all of this. I didn't even see it because it was tucked back around here. I did know about this one and this new growth point here. Matter of fact, you can kind of see when the new growth point comes in, it's kind of a burgundy tinge. Let me see if I can focus in. There we go. Here, when it comes in, it's like a burgundy, the petiole. But anyway, love her. And then in the very back there, I have my Hoya Curtisii. Now this one is a dark green form, and it is in Leca, and it's grown. It was struggling. It was giving me a bunch of yellowing leaves. I put it in the cabinet, gave it some humidity, some light, and she started to do better. And so, but yeah, she's doing well. So Hoya Curtisii. I did have a Hoya Curtisii Splash that has more splash and lighter leaves, but yeah, so that's her. And then in the front, the one that I moved to get to the Hoya Curtisii is my Hoya rotundifolia. I love the leaf pattern of this plant. I want to say she's doing well in the cabinet. There's a new baby leaf there, but she's just interesting the way she's growing. She has these runners with nothing, and then she'll give you a leaf. So we're hopeful with the Hoya rotundifolia. Is that how? Yes, Hoya rotundifolia. And then we'll pan to the bottom here. I have something very new to my collection. In the back there hanging is my Hoya Pollinera or fishtail cactus. I love, love, love this plant. She's very new to my collection. Like in the last week, I just got her. I really want, she's a wish list plant, and I'm so excited to see what she's going to do. Maybe I'll propagate her, but right now I just want her to grow and acclimate to my space. So the Hoya Pollinera or fishtail cactus. And then down beneath, I have now this guy, the Hoya Carrie Sweetheart. This plant gave me the blues, right? And I had her in Leca. She came in soil. I put her in Leca, and then she did nothing. Like nothing. Like she came with 3 leaves, and then I lost 2 of those. So it's down to 1, and I still have that 1 original leaf there, but all of this is new growth. And this is the newest leaf. Look how big that is. That is so awesome. And then there's one coming. You could probably see if I focus in that growth point back there. There's another leaf coming in. They come very tiny, and you would never think they would grow this big. But yeah, so she is loving life in this cabinet. And then next to her is my Hoya Abavada there. This girl came. She was small. All of this is new growth. All of this up is new growth. And the new leaf coming there. So I can zoom in there, and looks like something, a growth point or something is happening there. but she loves this humidity. She's in pond. She loves being in pond, and I'm just excited about what she's doing. So because I started a year and a half ago, I got one, and I don't know, maybe I didn't know about the humidity that some Hoyas really need, but I killed it. It was like so short-lived. I didn't remember, but I wanted to try again because I really love the thick disc-like leaves, and it's like they're very firm. I love that about these plants, and so I did start again with the smaller one, and but she's growing tremendously. Next, we have my Hoya numeralaudis, numeroloides, I think is how you pronounce this guy. She loves this cabinet. She took off. She has a fuzzy kind of leaves, but she's doing very well in the cabinet, getting new growth. And I had to trellis her up because she was taking up so much space and room. So I put that little trellis behind her, and I think it's much better. But she's doing well in the cabinet, Hoya numeralaudis. And so yeah, so those are all of my smaller Hoyas, except for the two in the back that are very tall. So this is my Hoya Hoya Curtisii Splash, I believe is what this is called. And I just don't know. I don't know. I thought I saw, I don't think it was spider mites, but it was spiders or something. Anyway, I took her out of the cabinet, sprayed her down. I'm going to eventually take her out of soil and everything, but for now she'll stay in the soil there. But yes, this is the, let's see. Yeah, Hoya Curtisii Splash. Okay. Well, so far, those are all of my Hoyas in this cabinet. And again, I am considering moving the other Hoyas to this cabinet and taking out everything that's not a Hoya. But we'll see about that. And then I also wanted to show you guys my Hoya pubicalis. Look at the veiny, the splash on that leaf there. This guy has been with me for a while and doing very well. It was a little small cutting. So that's the Hoya pubicalis. I have two of these. I'll show you the other one in a minute, but both in the plant studio doing well under that grow light. And then this is a cutting of my Hoya australis. And it was a tiny little cutting, and it's just going crazy. No blooms, of course, but doing very well there. And then the mama plant to that one is behind my painted lady here. But there she is, my Hoya australis Lisa. No, not Lisa, sorry. Hoya australis, the mama plant. And she is in leca, as you can see. She is doing very well there. And then I'll put that back there. And then we'll come here, bypass all of those non-Hoyas. And then we have, this is another Hoya pubicalis that's doing well. She's been here under this grow light and doing very well. And then this one is an interesting little Hoya that yeah. Anyway, this is my Hoya retrusa, and I thought this guy was like weird. But look at the way the leaf grows. Like it grows down and across, and then it splits off, and it does it again. But she's just she's the only thing, well, not the only thing, but anyway, she's doing very well. My Hoya retrusa. And then I have one more Hoya, my Hoya linearis. It's in my Ikea greenhouse cabinet that's in the living room, but there she is, my Hoya australis, and she goes down and she's winding down that way, and behind that plant there. I think those are the only Hoyas that I have. That's the only Hoya that I have in this cabinet. But I love my Ikea greenhouse cabinets, but that's the Hoya. Oh, and I almost forgot my big girl. This is my Hoya Crimson Queen. This is the big one. You know, I get them mixed up if this is the princess or the queen. Anyway, she is in like an 8-inch pot. And let me see if I can get her down. Okay, so there she is. This is the large Hoya Crimson Queen or Princess. Anyway, lots of new growth. She lives on top of my Ikea cabinet and trails down the side, and she's just doing beautifully there. And yeah, so I love, love, love her. And so I think that is it. I'll just sit her here for now, and I'll put her back in a minute. Yes, that's my Hoya Crimson Princess. I think that's the princess. Something about the queen wears the crown, so the white's on the outside, and the princess wears the necklace, is on the inside. So this is the princess. I have to tell myself that little thing to know which I'm talking to you guys about. Okay. Well, that concludes this video of my Hoya collection. Again, this is Jenny Jen, the plant friend. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Give my channel an opportunity to grow. And also, if you like this video, if you want to know more about Hoyas, or what medium I'm growing them in, you know, comment at the bottom. Whatever you want to know, I just want to interact with you guys. I thank you so much again, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye.